Dr. Costello here, the Foundation Doc, and today we are going to discuss one of the most frequently asked questions that I get asked in the clinic, and that is, how do I properly stretch for heel pain? Well, I should rephrase that because I don't technically get asked that question in those words. It usually goes something like this. I do the whole workup on a patient, and at the end of the visit, I tell them they have plantar fasciitis. I put together a treatment plan for them, and usually involved in that treatment plan is some form of stretching. And I ask them, so do you know how to stretch? Can you show me how you stretch? And usually what they do is something like this, okay? They get up out of the chair and they go, yes, I stretch. I go like this every morning, okay? And when I see that for stretching, I know that we certainly have something to talk about. So today what I'm going to show you is how to properly stretch for plantar fasciitis. Now, I know that all of us come from different knowledge bases, and what may seem like common sense to somebody may not be to another person. So we're going to take this from ground zero so everybody has a good basic understanding of where to start from. All right, so briefly describing what plantar fasciitis is it is an inflammation of the band of tissue called the plantar fascia on the bottom of the foot. It originates here at the heel and it goes all the way up to the toes. That band of tissue there can become inflamed, and when it does, you may experience a lot of pain when you first get up out of bed in the morning or after you've been seated and get up and walk on the ground. Usually patients describe the pain as a sharp knife being driven up through the heel or the arch of the foot. All right, so Ro here, she is going to demonstrate how to properly stretch your Achilles tendon, and it so happens to work for stretching your plantar fascia. So what I want you to do is take your foot and extend it all the way back. Okay, now I've drawn a line here. This is her Achilles tendon. Okay, this stretch is going to stretch out the Achilles tendon and the plantar fascia. What she is doing is she's taking her leg and extending it straight out behind her, and she's leaning into an object, okay? What that does is it applies a lot of pressure here, and you will feel this, stretching your tendon and the plantar fascia on the bottom of the foot. Work on driving your heel down to the ground, but I want you to hold this stretch and be gradual with it. Be very careful. Do not bounce up and down, okay, like that. Do not do that. Just hold that in a nice stretch position. Now, do this for about 30 seconds, 3 or 4 times a day at minimum. All right, so the second stretch for your plantar fasciitis also is going to stretch your Achilles tendon too, and that's a good thing. So what Ro is going to demonstrate here is she is going to hang one foot off the edge here of this step. All right, she's got her toes up here and her heel is coming down here. That is going to stretch that Achilles tendon and then in turn the plantar fascia, okay? Again, this is going to be a very gradual stretch. If you notice any pain at all, I want you to stop. Hold the stretch again, just like you did the wall stretch. Hold it for about 30 seconds and do that several times throughout the day. All right, so we have a special bonus tip for you. We demonstrated to you the bottom portion, basically, of a calf raise, all right? We demonstrated the stretching, so we might as well finish the movement by going up. Let's build some calves, okay? So what Ro is going to demonstrate here is how to properly do a calf raise. She's going to go down and see right here, she's already stretching, but I want you to hold that stretch position when you're training your calves for about 3 to 5 seconds, okay? That's going to make sure that you take all momentum out of that and that you do not damage your Achilles tendon. Now she's going to rise up on her toes and she's going to hold that position for about 1 second, get a nice hard contraction, and then slowly lower herself, and that's going to take about 3 or 4 seconds to get back down again, okay? She can repeat that several times, okay? Do sets of 10, do sets of 20, do sets of 30. There's many different ways to train your calves. But the point is we stretched our calves and Achilles tendon and the plantar fascia first, okay? Now she's going to train her calves. So that is how you properly stretch your plantar fascia, okay? I hope you guys found the information helpful. If you did, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, because we're going to be sending out a lot of videos. Enjoy this, take it home with you, and make the best of it. Thanks for watching, everyone.